So we have seen about the cart page earlier, and we designed a product page as well as single product page. Now let's now work on the register side, that user side basically. So now we will send the post request from here, and we're gonna register the user from front end side. We have already designed the backend part. If you remember here, we have designed the backend part to register the user from our backend side. So let's go to MongoDB and register some user. I want to see your response first. So we have Ben test hero alone. So let's register some user from the backend side. Let's name it as Steve. So let's register this user. So this is the response we are getting, the email and a token. So what's we gonna do here? We will take this thing and store it in local storage in the client side, so that it can identify that user is logged in. So we can do it many times. You can start a client side session also, so session with authentication. So like one session will be started once a user login. We can do that way also. There are many ways. If you go into the Express.js authentication, you will see that. So to keep this lecture simpler, and this is the first time like for a basic user to understand the flow of like a full stack application, I will use the session local storage based authentication. So basically what is suppose that user login, so will store their information in local storage actually. So if you go to application, so why is there, I don't know which token is there. I don't know what is this. So we will store the your info here only, that the email and password, the response that we have get from the backend side. So we just need this token and the email to authenticate the user. Later we will use the token for anything else, and the email also to make some validation actually. So we'll load from the local storage. So let's do that now. So it will be again the repetitive thing that we have done earlier. So again the repetitive thing that we have done earlier. So what the process is, the flow, like we will create one firstly the constant, then the action and reducer, and or reducer action, whatever way, and then we will go into the user page, register page, and we will register the user. In the same process we will follow for login, and we will toggle between the login and logout session once the user login. So if the user is login, then we will save profile or logout. If not, then we will show the login here. Okay, so then we will also implement a logout functionality in this lecture. Okay, so let's work on these things. So firstly let's go to constants. Let's create some constant here. We'll use many things for that. User constant .js. What is happening? Export const. Let's call it a user register request, like we done for product, equal to the same thing, and we will create two more for success and fail. So user register success, here we will do for fail, if it is fail. So we have created a constant. Let's now work on the other side, like we will use this constant to trigger our the reducer part. Let's design a reducer first. Let's go to we to create first. Let's close this, we don't want to need this now. Let's go to reducer, user reducer .js. So I will copy some of the things from product reducer because it will be same, exactly same. So I'm gonna copy this and paste it here. So let's do like this: user register, reducer. Initially the state will be empty, no user will be there, and let's import those user. It's not coming. Import user register request from dot constants user constant. Hopefully it is okay, and it should be not, it's not default, so we are gonna use this way. Okay, it's importing, so let's use this. And then we're gonna do here user register success. I hope you're getting it now. It's like quite simpler now because we are repetitive, so many things fail. So loading equal to true, and we will store it in user info. Basically it will be user info. So earlier the only on our loading stack there will be nothing case for user register. So we have designed a reducer. Let's get into action now. So hope you are getting the flow. Like we are done for the product part also. In Redux, like we basically do the repetitive thing most of the times, so you might be familiar with this thing now. Let's create now user action dot js. So it will be pretty similar to the product action what we have done earlier. So I'm going to copy some of the codes from there. Let's go to product action and let's go for list products maybe. So first part will be the, as we have done earlier also, it will be again not able to import user request. So in what we think we need, we already designed the backend. If you see that we need a username, email, password, and confirm password. So we're gonna pass this from the front end as a post request. So let me copy this. It will be username, email, password, and confirm password. So we're gonna use this. Actually, when we're gonna dispatch this action in our user page, like the register page, we will take the argument from the states, use states. So let me just make a API call now. We'll first make a request, then we're gonna dispatch this request. So if initially the user will not present, so it will load the skin and show the loader. Next, now we will do the API call here. We make a post request to the endpoint that we design in the backend, if you remember. So we are using this endpoint from localhost API. I will copy this part, and like it will go to auth server and register the user, make a API request. And what happened here? Okay, I forgot the backtick. So we make API request here, and for API request we need to pass the params here as an object. So we'll pass the things that we have get here, like username, will be the username. So because everything will be same, so in React we can do like in JavaScript also, so we can pass the same thing. We don't need to do. Email will be email, password, and confirm password. So and then after that we will dispatch the action of success. So user register success, and we'll pass the data here, payload. And one more thing I have to do, if you remember here, we need to set the local storage for storing the user info that we have done. So how we have done that, local storage dot set item, and we'll set it at user info will provide the json dot stringify. We have done this already, that's why I'm going faster. Stringify the data what we get from the payload. So now sorry, it will be data, yeah. So now, and it will be product user request fail, register fail. So we have success, and then we have the request, success, and the fail, and we will later will add the logout also. So now we have designed the actions also, and let's now dispatch the action. Hope you are getting it, how we are getting into the flow. So we are taking the argument and dispatch async request, because of course we are making API call. So we are sending a post request with these params that we have done in the backend side also. So, and we'll get this in response, and let's now work on this response. This is coming in response to data, and we're gonna set it in local storage. Okay, so let's now dispatch this action, see the if we are able to do that or not. So let's go to user page now, register page now. Let's close this. And one more thing I need to do, actually I need to go into the store and set up our the user info here from get item. So it will be user info. Why I am writing capital info? It will come from user info only, and if not present, then we make it null, actually, basically. So let's now design our initial store in the store. We have already designed this. Let's design here as user login, maybe user login equal to pass the user info. So we have now registered the local storage info in our local storage. So let's now go to register page now, control P. Let's go to register.jsx. let's now call this dispatch those action in register page, and let's register the user. So username, email address, and password, and confirm password only, and we'll register it. So let's work on this. So we need to design first couple of use state here. So let's go to the shortcut, use state. Let's copy this for like this. For the first one will be the username, then email, the password, confirm password. Okay, so let's do that. First will be username. Be careful in this capital username. Let's do email. So initially it will be empty string, and same with everything. It's because it's state value, so initially it will be empty string. Let's not replace this, control D. Let's do this. So we have designed our use state. Let import this use state first from the React. So we have done with the hooks from the React side. Let's now call the dispatch state here, dispatch dispatch equal to use dispatch from React Redux. Use dispatch is not coming. Let's import manually. Import use dispatch. This it will be coming from React Redux. Let's use this hook here. So, and let's now design the on set up on click event action on all the name field. So let's do here on change, maybe on change event will be, and we take a arrow function. We will do the set here, set username as e dot target dot value. So I'm gonna copy this because I need to set up for every event here. So let's do for email on change. I actually copy your entire thing and change it later, but be careful, don't forget to will set set email, then exact same thing we need to do. So hope you're getting it. Simple basic HTML tag that we have done in our earlier projects also. So be careful on changing it, because one time I forget it and was not able to debug it. So that's it, the last thing we do, it is set confirm password. Okay, so we're done with this. We have set taking all the event value. Let's now make the function. Let's do that. It's actually I think it's a form action, so we can directly use here on submit, here on submit on form. So we're gonna call here handle submit, and let's make this function here. Okay, better to call using the arrow function. Handle submit. Like we have done in other parts also. So let's design this function first. We'll use the dispatch later. So like const, the function is arrow function. So we'll do the default event here. We don't want to refresh the page once the form is submitted, so we're gonna prevent that. So we're gonna use event dot prevent default. So let's now so we'll check a condition here. If password not equal to confirm password. So in this case we don't wanna make the user login. We will set a message here. If you remember, we have designed our message component earlier. I don't know why it's not coming. Let's import it manually. No, it's not coming. Let's import it amp from dot slash component dot slash components message component as a and message message. Now we can use that message, and let's see how we are using it in other page. I'm forgetting that. Let's go to cart page. Which page I've designed? Cart page. Yeah. Let's go to check where we are using it. So I'm passing the class name and the message inside that. Okay. So let's do that. We're passing two props there. One is the class name props. So class name will be here. This will be error message. So let's do as error message, and let's pass the message props as a string value like password don't match, does not match, does not match. We will prop and if the else we will dispatch the action, and that is what we the name of the action we forgot. Let's go to user action page. Okay, we haven't, and let's use this register here. We'll dispatch this register regis register, and we'll pass the value. We'll pass the username, then the email, then the password, then the confirm password. Okay, we are dispatching the action. Let's see that, and we will use select later. Let's see first that it's able to use it in our Redux step tool or not. So hope everything works fine. Let's try it now. We'll work in dot later. Let's go to our page. Let's refresh this. Let's now set up your username something. Let's try something like that. Batista. Maybe I should make it smaller. It's capitalizing everything. I don't want to capitalize. Let's see now. Maybe let's open the dev tool also inside Y. Let's see the what action and state are triggered here. Before that, I wanna do one thing here. Actually, what classes I defined here for the input class here, form input. Let's go there, form input. Let's open our app.css file and let's search for that. So background color and margin bottom. So does it work like take transform? Let's make it lowercase. Let's see it's working or not. I'm not sure, but it should be lowercase in the thing. Let's refresh the page. Okay, maybe the text. Let's change this actually. Let's go to previous page only. I guess the let's for input. Let's remove this. I don't want to make the inputs like to be capitalize everything because user can set any input. So okay, now it's coming. Okay, now it's good. Okay, hopefully it's not capitalized. Okay, let's now use some names here, and in the side while let's see the actions are triggered or not. So let's register something like taker. Let's name it at taker@gmail.com. Let's see the password as taker@123. Taker@123. Let's register and see the action are triggered or not. Okay, we haven't got our action itself here. Let's see for any potential error. So let's see that what's went wrong. Even the states are not triggered here. See that we have cart only and product detail. Why is not triggered? Let's see, something went wrong, and let's debug it basically. Let's check first the data is coming or not. So let's console log that one, and let's see the MongoDB first. Okay, we have Steve only. Okay, so let's print the data now. We're getting the response itself or not here. CSG user data. Let's try to log in again. Maybe refresh it once. Okay, let's try to log in as b bar something like that, bar@gmail.com, bar@123, bar@123. Okay, something is happening here. I don't see the, it's not dispatching anything. Why this is the case? Even the extension itself is not called. Okay, why we? I think its user info should be enough. We're putting the card item as this, and okay, can directly pass this also. Okay, maybe. Let's refresh it. Let's try again. There is something wrong with this user login. Okay, basically, I think I am done the mistake here. Hope you guys have seen the mistake. I was actually not able to. I haven't registered the path here itself, so it will be user reducer. Sorry about that. User reducer. What we have done here? Wait. User reducer only. Na? Yeah. Why it's not coming? Okay, better to import it manually again. Import. So it will be user reducer. Why is not coming here like this? Okay, module name welcome dot slash dot slash sorry, I think it's here only. It's in reducer, register reducer, then user reducer. Why the color haven't changed here? Let's see the user reducer. Maybe something wrong. User reducer. Something with an okay. We have done register reducer. Okay. Okay, now it's coming. Okay. So hope the registered it is now registered. So that's why it's not able to, see the action here. To initial state we are not able to log in anything. So hope it registered now. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I should have checked this earlier also. Okay. Let's now try to register again. So let's do team again. Team @gmail.com. Team @123. Team @123. Try to register it. Okay, null, and let's check the console here. Nothing is there. Check the MongoDB. Okay, it's not coming. Something went wrong now. Let's see that. And let's check our why it's not able to log in him. Team, now everything is correct, I guess. Team @gmail.com. Team @123. Team @123. So actually let's no let's put it inside a try catch block. Basically we should not directly action, we should not directly do that, but you are the error. But let's see the error here. I'm not getting the error here. Let's see the error. Why it's undefined? Why it's getting undefined? Okay, let's see the error here. Okay, So Axios is not defined basically, so that is why this error is important basically. Okay, we should get the error from the backend, from our own, we have done this earlier also and we remove it. So Axios is not defined. So basically what I've done here, one silly mistake here, I haven't imported the Axios here. Okay, that's why it's getting the error here. Where is that action? Yeah, we should have import Axios, and it's not defined. Let's import. Okay, now it should work. Let's see now. Okay, success. Okay, success. And let's see our application. Okay, we have reviewer info, perfect. We are able to log in, and hope in database also we should have got the user now. Okay, we have got in data, perfect. So you are able to successfully register the user. And what else? Let's go to success. Okay, we are getting the user info here, team.this, and we are set up in. So we are, congratulations, we are able to log in the user. So what I can do, I can clean the state basically after login in the user, or let it remain, doesn't make any difference. Once we refresh it will gone, but the user is still there, see that. So we are obviously able to register the user. So there was some silly mistake that I have done. You might have passed those mistakes, but yeah, it happens sometime. So that is the case here, and it's better to use this error only, because sometime I'm not be sure that what will happen if I something went wrong. We can check the error from the front end, from the state side, Redux state. So yeah, it's better to use that error through message. So let's go to register page now. So we are able to do that, and let's now do the actions after the dispatching this register user register, registering the user. So what we can do here, we can do redirect and everything. After register we should redirect those. Let's work on those things. So before that, I just want to do one more thing. I just don't want to store the user here. The user, it should be user register actually. So because we are registering the user, so we'll have user login, another thing, and but I want to set up to this to user only. I don't want, because user registered and user one will have the same data of user. So let's do that now, and let's clear this basically. Let's now log in again. Let's do here this time toy @gmail.com, toy @123, toy @123. Again we are getting user info. Okay, but the user only, no, like user info should have the user only. Why is it coming like this? Okay, cart item cart. Let's check here. Success state. Let's check. User info only. Okay. Why it's coming like this? User info. It's cart item cart. Where is that user? It's initially listed user is nothing is set up. How it is possible? Let's close this and reopen it again. I'm not getting it. Okay, user registered have the user info, but why the? Okay, got it now. Okay, it's different thing. Sorry about that. Okay, let's do the other things now. Let's go to register page. Let's now call the const, that will be, and go back here and let's call it and let's use the use selector hook from Redux, React Redux, and let's take the state will be state dot what we have done here, user register actually. So we'll take this state and we're gonna dispatch this. We're selecting the part of the state of user register, and we will destructure the things that we have done earlier. So it will part error loading, and what we have here in reducer, if you go error loading and user info, it will be coming from user register that we have selected part of the state. So we have this now. And one more thing, like once the user is registered, like suppose he is in cart page, in select on, and he get to redirect to like okay, I'm doing something console logging somewhere. Let's go to action only. I think this one I'm doing some why it's printing in here only. Okay, it's the backend side, sorry. What is happening? So we need to redirect also sometime, because sometime there will be a case like user is in cart page and he register it, he should be redirected to that page only, or if your user in home page, then he can redirect to home page. So let's define a redirect here, equal to location dot search, whatever we have in the params, search params, split method, we'll split by equal to, and we take the first part that we have done earlier also, this type of thing. Else it will be in the home page. What is this means actually? So search param is like you are in, suppose we are in cart page, like let's go to cart page and show you that. Suppose we are in cart page, so we'll take the any search param, later it will come search param, and we will redirect to them basically. So it's like that, something like that. So let's go to register page again. Okay, so we're gonna need this redirect basically. So now let's do one thing. Let's define the use effect here. So use effect snippet, and you're gonna import the use effect also. And let's remove this, and we don't require this. And if check here, if user info. So if the user is there, then we're gonna redirect them. So we need to use navigate hook also to redirect actually. Navigate equal to use navigate. Use navigate hook. So we're gonna navigate the user to the whatever page we got it by the search param. So redirect basically, and it's depend on redirect and user info, it will change anytime. So we're done with this part, redirect part. If we have after equal something, then we're gonna redirect to that part. Okay, so we have done this part. Let's work on the other thing. So we will load here. So we'll check again the same thing that we have done. First we'll check for if loading. If there is loading, then show the loading. Hello, where is that? Hello loader. We have designed a loader here. Why not importing here? Something else. Let's do it later. Else, if we have error, then we display the error. So we'll display here some. So we will do something like that. Something went wrong, we'll pass this method and it will be string value actually, and class name will be error message, and else we will render this form. So let's import that. Import, I don't know what today loader is, as nothing is working. We will import from dot component, components, and loader. Loading, it's still loader or loading? Loading basically, yeah. So loading, not a loader but a loading. Okay, yeah. So if the error, then error message, and then that's it. Let's try and let's work on this also login part. So now so we will have dynamic class here actually. So we'll check here if redirect. If redirect is there, then we're gonna redirect this to login equal to redirect, and it will be a single quotes. So if the redirect is there, then we will redirect, else we will redirect to login page. What is happening here? Login page, what we have done earlier. Okay, so let's work on this now. Let's delete him. So let's do here brain maybe. Perfect. So if we are registered, then we are directly redirect to home page. Or suppose like we are in cart page, and we can, if you do the proceed to checkout, it will be in different page. So but it's working now, redirect is working. So what we, if the user info is present, then we navigate to redirect. So let's see the what is the redirect here. Let's see first. Console log redirect. Let's see what is redirect here. It's basically home page, but yeah, I want to see now. Let's go back here. Let's now manually delete this, and let's go to register page. So what are you going to do here? We have so many users now. What is that? MongoDB. Okay, we have 8 users now. Brain. So let's do something like that. Heart. I want to see the console log here. Okay, see, it is okay. It's only the home page here. Okay, clear. Let's not log in now. Let's work on a login page now. See that redirect is coming here directly. We're gonna redirect to whatever page we already in, or either in in some cart page or some other page we are. So we're gonna redirect them to that page only. That's why we're using the redirect. Hope it is clear to you. Now it's might be not be clear, but once we get into the complete picture, we will clear. Means once I design other pages, we will get to know what is the uses of there. Okay, and let's do the error message also check in. I will do it in login also. I don't wanna, let's try that actually. So if you try to register here, something went wrong. So, or if you check the message here, fail message, you will see something like that, user already exists. But I'm not sending the password basically, but yeah, it shouldn't be like that. But let's design the login page now, and it's required the email address and password only. So let's do the same thing. So let's do the same thing here. So close this, and we design a logout now also. So let's go to constant page first. It will be pretty similar now. So it will be, let's do control D, control D, control D, control D, control D, login, and let's copy this one, and this user logout. So let's work on this login now. We designed a constant here. Let's go to reducer here. So it will again the same, nothing will change. It will be our login. Oopsie. So it will be login. I hope it is able to import this again. Request success fail. Now we will add one more case, that is the logout case in both the cases, in login and register. So it will be user logout, and it will be empty state. We will pass only the empty state, like we will remove all the session from here basically, and our state will also set up to empty state, and user will not be logged in. That's it. A simple thing we are doing. And if you were using the session with authentication, we will just destroy the session. Okay, it's pretty similar. And let's copy this again, paste here. So perfectly we're done with this user login also. So particularly basically it will be same, and just change in the action part only. So we're gonna do here, so it will be login, and we are only passing the email address. Okay, one thing I forgot, let's not forget this time. So it will be, I wanna register it at the time only, user login. Let's see it's registered or not in the state. Let's refresh this. Okay, let's maybe it's come in later. Okay, nothing is coming. What happened here? Maybe some error. Let's check the console. Maybe, hope we are not running into some errors. Okay, why this error is happening? Something is wrong here. Okay, this should be same. That's what I was expecting. Let's use your login only. The information returning the same only, na? Exactly. If you check the login also we are returning the same thing. Let's login him. Okay, email and okay, don't worry about it. So anything will work. So let's work on this only. Okay, now it should remove my error, and let's check it again. Okay, perfect. Let's log in here. Let's check Redux. Okay, we're not dispatching it, that's why nothing is coming. So yeah, but that error is removed because user login or user, we need to this is the initial state, we need to define some state for this. That's why it's happening. Okay, so login registered, login reduce logout we have done. Let's go to action part, and we need only email and password to login. Okay, basically if you see that we are using the same thing, and email and password only. Okay, that's why. So user, it will be login. So we make a login only. If it is login only, let's check once it confirm. Okay, login. Make API call here. We just pass the email and password from the post request. We are not passing anything else. Then it will be login success. Hope it is clear to you. And we just pass the user info here, and if it will login fail, sorry, login fail, so we'll pass this message to check the error, and that's it, I guess. I don't think we need to pass anything else. So let's now work on the login page now. Login.jsx. So let's work on this. It's exactly the same thing basically. So I'm gonna copy some of the thing from register page. We need the email, user and password. Let's copy this. Hope you're getting it, how we are doing it now. It's already pretty simple to you now, because most of the things are repetitive here, and that's why. So password, we need a dispatch. Let's go here, and we need the navigate also, and we need this state also. We'll do later, but let's work on this first. So it will be dispatch from Redux, React Redux, and use navigate. Okay, and we need those fields also. This one, email and password. I don't want to repeatedly. So come here is for email, and is for password. It will set password only. Okay, cool. We need the handle submit also, and what we have done here, we need the handle submit here. So let's copy this. Form handle submit, and we have to design this also, handle submit here. So we are nothing gonna change here. Where is that? Yeah. So one thing, like, we don't need this now, and we will dispatch only login. And we pass email and password only. Don't forget that. So we're gonna now work on the use effect part. So for that we need this. Where is that? Redirect. And let's remove this now. Redirect. Let's take this redirect here, and actually take everything here from use navigate, and save this also. Use navigate after navigate. Okay, we already done that. Again, we're not going to define it. Okay, it will be user login, and list will be same only, and we need the use state part here to check the user info is there or not, and then we redirect them. So copy this also, and it will be okay. It's understandable. We are basically doing the same thing whatever I explained you in the register part, so I'm not doing it again. And so, and we need that error and that message. So let's copy it here, from here to here only, and let's paste it here, and let's import this. So pretty much we are done, I guess, and we need to change this. What we have done here, we just change to register basically. Let's copy this. So instead of login, what happened here? What I done? I just passed. Let's copy this only, or maybe this part only. After 2, yeah. So it will be register basically. So if redirect to register or redirect to register if the user is logged in. So if the user is logged in, we are not going to send it to register page, something like that. Okay, so let's test it now. If we haven't break anything, something not defined, use selector is not defined. Okay, maybe forgot to import it. Okay, we have the login page here. Okay, what happened here? Okay, we have now this state. Let's now call the state here and see the output. Let's just state it updated now first. Okay, so let's log in the test maybe. And email address is test@gmail.com. Let's see. Okay, nothing is happening. What happened here then? Let's check the console. Okay, login fail is not defined. User action only, na? Login fail. We didn't import it. Okay, we haven't imported anything. Okay. Request. Sorry about that. Success. Fail, and it is failing because we haven't imported the Axios actually. So let's refresh this page. Let's do now. Test@gmail.com. Test@123. Bad request. Okay, passport do not match. Okay, maybe display that this error also because we have pretty good error basically. So let's try to do this way. Where is that? Let's do something like that. Test@gmail.com. Maybe test only. Let's see the passport do not match. Okay, it's coming. Okay, let's go back here and let's see the password first. Test@123. Let's copy this actually. Okay, it's 1 to 3 hours doing at the rate 1 to 3. And let's open this also, and let's see the status and close this. Let's now log in. Perfect. Success, request success. And we got the user info also, and the user info is in okay. So we are officially logged in. So we are able to do that, and let's put the potential error here also, like it's better to use this, something went wrong or password do not match, better to use this in register.js also. Not here, sorry. Okay. So we get a not generic message whatever coming from the backend. So we're done with this register and login page. So if the user is login, so we show this. Now let's work on this part, logout and profile. We should be able to log out the user, and we should dynamically render the name of the user whosoever is logged in. So let's work on that. So let's close this, and let's open our nav bar. Let's close everything. So let's go for this only. So we first need to, so we need the constant, let's see, user login equal to use selector. So seed is powerful now. Again the is selector not coming. Come on, let's copy this one. And we're going to select the state here. So one more thing, like we need to trigger the user login part also, because once the user registered, it should be login also. So that's when it will get the user login info. So let's do that. I forgot that actually. Register dot what? Okay, maybe in action only, yeah. And if you do the register here, after register, let's do the login also, so that both the state will update simultaneously. Means user login and user update state should update the state. So it will login. Okay, so it is passing the login action also. And set the local state on based on that. So now both the login and register will have the same user that will be updated, and based on that we can in the state, and we can snatch the state here nav bar using the user login only. Okay, can do user register also. So we're gonna destructure here const, we just need the user info here from user login. So we'll check here, where is that name, and this is the bottom, I guess. So what we're gonna do here, so if user info, then this, else we'll design something, the login and everything here with the same tag basically, and we will just show this. We don't require this. We'll just show this logout here, login, sorry, and we provide some image here. And one more thing we need to do, we need to link this also. Entire thing will be linked. Yeah, so link is there already now, I guess. Okay, and it will be linked to /login. It's not going to change anything, but let's now do the things here. Of course, actually, any user info, we are email and password only. I need to change something from here, the backend side actually. What we are doing, register, token and email passing. Let's pass the username also. Where is that? It's in register only, na? Maybe username or name only, I don't remember. And let's open this. It's username. Okay, username. Save user. Dot username. Same thing we need to do for login also. Login, because we need this now. So if we go here and let's send, what is happening here? Save user. Okay, I've done something maybe wrong. Okay, it's the user only, sorry. Okay, let's send again. So we are getting the username also now, so we'll use that. Okay, same thing for register also. Let's do Steve, maybe Ronnie. Okay, we're getting the username. We will use this now. So let's close this and let's go here. If user info, then avatar, and then we pass here dynamically actually the user info dot username. Okay, let's see this. Okay, see, nothing is coming. Why nothing is coming? Okay, there is no username basically for this email and this one also. Okay, let's log in again. Let's delete this token also. So we see login here, and let's go to login again and log in someone. So let's log the Brian only. Brain, maybe Toy. Let's log him. Toy @gmail.com. Toy @123. Okay, so we're getting Toy here perfectly. Same thing should work for register also. Let's see that, because we are getting the user info. Let's register someone else. Let's go to register page and let's first log out this user. Okay, let's design a logout first. Okay, so let's design for login maybe. And let's do, let's use login here. Let's do login img maybe. Let's use login here. Let's use this image here. Where is that? Login only, na? So let's see this. We don't require this now. Let's log out this manually. Let's refresh it. Okay, so we have the login here. Okay, it's working. So let's now log out functionality. So let's first log in again. I should get a login page now. Okay, yeah, let's log in toy@gmail.com, toy@123. Perfect. So we'll design a logout functionality now, and for that let's design our action here. So we designed the logout now. Login, let's design here. Export const logout equal to dispatch implies only one function we required. We will do here local storage. Firstly we remove the dot remove item. So we'll remove the user info that we are doing manually, and we call the action here dispatch. Type will be user logout, and okay, it should be object. Sorry, I'm done it. Oh. So we turn this. Let's now dispatch this in app bar only. So it's pretty simple actually. So let's go to, let's zoom out basically for you guys, and let's do here where is that logout? So we do here on submit handle logout. So let's design this handle logout now. After this const equal to we will gonna dispatch. We need the dispatch now. Where is that? You selected. Let's define the dispatch also. Const dispatch is equal to use dispatch from Redux, and let's dispatch this. Pretty simple actually. Dispatch logout. Don't forget this. So hopefully it's pretty simple logout. You can see that's just remove the user info and just call this logout, which will redirect the empty state. If you go here, let's go to user reducer actually, empty state. So let's do that now. Let's refresh this and let's log him out. Okay, not working. What happened here? Okay, it should be on click only. We're clicking, not submitting anything. It's not a submit button. Sorry. Should be on click. Now it should work. And let's check the application and local storage also. Let's see that we are able to log out or not. Perfect. We are able to log out. Okay, why it's coming? It should redirect it directly now. And logout is. Let's see logout is triggered or not. Let's first see login and then logout. toy@gmail.com, toy@123. login request success and request, and then product page is loaded, and let's see the logout is going happening or not. Okay, logout. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure usual login logout. Where is that logout? Okay, that is this. So let's not try again, and let's go to application now. Okay, perfect. Now it's working. In the meantime, it is. Let's do again one more time. Okay, it's a silly mistake actually. Let's do test again. Test@gmail.com. It happens sometime. Basically, there are so many things to involve. Test 1 2 3. Login request success. Let's now log out. I'm not able to see this. Let's log out. Perfect. Login, log out call, and we have empty list, I guess. Why? We're editing it, right? Why the still data is there? It's not updating the empty state. Okay, if I show to log out state. Okay, that was different state, sorry. Okay, you can see that it's removed. Okay, I was seeing something else. Okay, so working, login, log out, everything is working. We're able to log in now. We can register also. Now let's see if we register, then it is changed or not. And we are, because we are dispatching login also. So let's register some user. Let's call him Penny @gmail.com. Okay, we are getting it. We log out. Perfect. Everything is working fine. So we're good to go now. So we can commit our change, and next we will design the profile page here. Okay. So we design a profile page now, so that you should able to update the profile, and we just design this part. This part we will design later, actually order part. So we'll just design that we are able to update our profile or not. Okay, so we work on this part now. Okay, and we will get the user details also. Means once we clicking on profile, we should get all the information pre-filled. Then we can if something change, we can update it, something like that. So we'll work on the get state and the update also. So okay, so let's now log out, and you should not see the page. Actually, we will design that protected routes also. Let's go to click sub. Okay, so let's commit our changes first, then we will work on that. Git status, git add, git commit, user register and login and log out. Done. Perfect, we've done this part. Next we will work on profile page. Okay, so we have last lecture we have worked on the login and login and register of user. So we've designed this page last time. So now we'll work on the user profile. So if you see the skin here, so once you log in, I don't remember the password. Let's look into MongoDB. Let's use some credential. I don't remember actually. 1 2 3 maybe. Okay, correct. So now we'll work on a profile page. So once we get into the profile page, we should if the user is logged in, and we can obviously we will only show this once the user is logged in. We are not going to show this properly, and we should work on this only. And let's actually go here. Okay, not showing now. So once the user is logged in, let's log in again. So once the user is logged in, we should look for the user profile and logout. So we'll work on the profile section now. So we'll work on this now, and once in logout, we should be able to go into the home page. Why we are not redirecting? Let's check that one. So once we log out, we should redirect to home page here. So are we using the we can use this one, const navigate. going to use navigate, so we're gonna use this. So once we'll log out, we should navigate to the home page. Let's see now. So once I log in, if I log out, I should go to home page. Okay, I'm already in home page. So let's log in again. So if I log in and if I go to profile, page, and if I log out, I should be come back to home page. Okay, this should work, because we don't wanna make visit the user to the profile page without being logged in, of course. So let's log in and go to work on this section. We'll work on this order part later. It's just a design part, so let it be. We'll work on this part. Okay, so let's start now. So for that, we know how we start that. We are using the Redux part. So first part will be, let's close these things, and let's go to constant.js first. So let's open that file, user constant. So we will add few more constants here. So we need the user detail basically to show that means in this page we want, once login, it should show the user details here. Okay, so how we gonna do that? So let's copy this. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste one more here actually, because we need 4 thing here. So first thing, the user detail request success failed and one is reset. So we'll work on those. Okay, so for part one we will log in the user details request as it is, success as it is, fail as it is, and reset. We're gonna reset the data once the once the user log out, like that. Means so when it will be useful basically, like once if some different user login, we don't want to show the previous user login data. That's why. So we're gonna change it now. Hope you're getting it now. It's gonna be details. And for this, it's going to reset. So I've done the constant part. Let's close this and let's now work on the reducer part now. So let's work on register and work on the reducer, and just so I'm gonna copy this only. And for login, we'll change it to details. State, we pass the user. So initially the user data will be empty. We pass the user login here. If you remember, where is that? Somewhere we're passing that. Okay, let's pass the user only first. So initially we will have the user data in empty state, because no user will be there if we are not logged. So next part will be, so it will be, let's basically change here user details. If it's coming detail request, so loading will be true, and we'll see. You also want once this request happen, means suppose the user this hook is triggered, this action is triggered about the user, give me the user details. So firstly, for that we need the initial state. The initial state means the previous state, basically means what, suppose the user have some data in the state, like once we log in, we are storing the data here. If you remember the local storage, we are storing the user info there. So we just want to load this information. So we're gonna do that. We will spread the state here, and we login will be true again. And once the user is details success, loading will be true, and we will use the user here, not user info here. Okay, action.payload. And for fail, and for don't forget to change this actually. And the last state will be user detail reset. So once we reset, we just not send an empty state but user with empty state basically. Hope you are getting the difference. Okay, so that's it, I guess. We have designed user details, and let's now store. I always say store, but it's register actually. It is store. So we'll have register here. It will be user, and it will have the user detail reducer. Let's do user details. It is more relevant here. Okay, so we have registered it. Let's see in our dev tool it's come or not. So I'm gonna refresh this page. So we have user detail register, and we have the user info there. Okay, perfect. So see this login, this is called, so we have the login data basically. So we're gonna populate the same data here and some different fields. We're not gonna populate a password basically, but we will password the name and email address. Okay, so let's do that. Let's design our action and let's see that. Okay, now you should be used to these things. So before going into user action, let me show you that endpoint we have designed in the API side before. For authenticated user, we'll show the user profile data. So we have designed this endpoint already. So we'll identify the by user by ID, and ID will be profile basically. So it will be profile basically. So we'll pass the profile here only, and that profile will be our ID, because we're gonna fetch the user in a different way also by admin side. For that we will use ID here, which we have defined here. See that both are basically same thing, but this is done by admin side, that's why. But in this case we will just make the ID as profile, and we're gonna use the same API call for them. Okay, that's why. So let's go here and let's design our action. I'm gonna copy one of the action. Get user details. So we're gonna pass the ID here. Okay, and it's a sync function. We'll pass the displace, and we need to get the state here. So we'll pass the get state here. Okay, so now we're gonna dispatch first the user detail request, and we're gonna make API call to this point. So it's actually user profile. So I'm copy this API / user profile, not auth. API / user profile. We're gonna make a request here, and it will be a get request, and we are not passing anything, so we can remove this object. So we're gonna dispatch now the success user detail success. So before making a API call, we need the user detail, like which user is logged in. So if I pass directly profile, it's not going to identify the which user is logged in. So we'll pass it dynamically basically. Okay, so for that purpose we're gonna need something. So we need the data from the state. So we have the state. We need the user login. If you remember, we need your login. We have the login data of user, and from that we wanna fetch the user info. If you remember this, so you will get it from the state. So what we are doing here, if you go here state, we have user info, user login. From that state we're gonna paste the user info. Okay, hope you're getting it. It's pretty clear. Now after that we make a API call. So if you remember that, so in Postman, if you saw the user profile here, we are passing the authorization and bearer token. So we're gonna pass the same thing from the front end side to authenticate that it is a valid request. Okay, if you remember that. So we're gonna do exactly the same thing. For that we are using that, and where we gonna get a token, it's from user info. So if you see this, your token is inside the user info. We have the token user login, then user info. Inside the user info we have the token. To grab this thing, we wanna grab the entire user info from the state. Hope you're getting it. Here we're getting the state, then we make a API call, and we'll pass the ID here. So to identify, basically we're gonna do everything, but we want to identify the what type of profile we are getting. So there is slightly different between this and the we done from the admin side. We will understand it later. Okay, let's pass the headers here. So headers will be, if you remember here, it's authorization, then we are passing bearer dollar. Remember that where is our token is there, it's inside the user token. See that we have the token inside that only, and we have name it a token. Okay, so we're gonna get the token from that part, from the state, and we're gonna make an API call to get the user information. Okay, I don't know which API will get called here. Okay, anyway we'll pass the profile there. So we'll make the API call this only to distinguish it from the admin side. Okay, so we have done this part here. So we design our state. Let's do success. After that we pass the data, and we don't need local storage now, and so it will be user detail fail. Okay, and would we be passing any message from here? Error finding users. Let's make it user. So exactly we're gonna do the same thing here. We are passing the error only now, right? Let's check that. We're fine, just sending the 401. Okay, we're just console logging it. Okay, we're not passing anything, so let it be. Let's send the JSON here. We need the error basically to display in the front end side. So, or we will display custom message, doesn't matter, let it be. So okay, we done that. Let's dispatch these actions now. So let's go to user profile page now, and let's display this action now. Let's design the value here, and we need the use state now. So use state, let's write this. And it will be name, so it will be initially empty string. So similar way we're gonna set the email, password, confirm password. Okay, we're getting an error because I passed the value here. So it will be basically your name, Okay, and here name will be, value will be email, which we set from the state. Same thing here, value here. Let's do the confirm password also. So call the use selector we have already done in register page. So I'm gonna open register page, basically register.js. I'm gonna copy some of the things here. So we need the dispatch, navigate, register. We're gonna change everything, and we need the use effect also, and submit also. Actually, I'm copy everything. I will change whatever needed. So we can copy here and paste it here, and we don't need the redirect basically. So, and else part we also need something else. For now, let's console log this. We are not updating the user. Actually, this part is for once the password is submit and we click on update button. So I think we should remove it. We don't require this now. Once I will update the page, I will add this handle submit form. Okay. For now, let's forget this. So let's bring back the user effect. Okay, use dispatch, use navigate, use selector. Perfect. So we need now use selector. That is our user details now. If you remember, user details, and from there we will destructure error loading. And if you see, you have error loading and user. And we're gonna state user details here. Okay, so if user info, so we need the user info also. So I'm gonna copy this line. I'm gonna take the from user info also. Remember, it's in our state only that the user login that have the user details, and both user login and register same. So I'm not gonna do that basically here. And you can select anyone to your login, user login. I think it should be above this. Press enter. Then we're gonna destructure the same way, but this time we need only the user info. If you go here, user info, from user login, here also you can see here user details, user info from user login. Okay, hope you're getting it. It's not confusing to you, hopefully. User login, and we need only user info. Okay, it should be user login. Don't mistake here. So we'll check here. If not equal to user info, if not, we will navigate to login page. Else we don't need redirect now. So if not equal to user info, when go to login page, as usual, if someone click in this link, that's why I make it redirect. Okay, so else, so it will render to login page only. Okay, so else part will be else if the not equal to user. Suppose that user is not present now, or user name, user name is from navbar we are coming, that's why in the state we'll check. So if both are not present, then what's you gonna do? So we'll dispatch here get user details, and we're gonna pass the in string the profile. Remember that how we're distinguishing them. Okay, this to URL is basically is same thing. So if we call the profile, it will check go to here, and if by ID then go here. So we are not passing any ID, we just profile and it will hit here. Okay, hope you're getting it. So we dispatch this, and we need to pass the user now dependency. On user means dependency means if the user is not present, then it will render, but we will put a condition here, only render these parts or take this action once we user is logged in. Else what are we gonna do if the username is now present? So we will just means the user is already, the state is been updated. These are put apart. If the state is not updated, then we dispatch this. Once the state is updated, we're gonna set this. Actually, set name equal to user dot name is already in the state I've shown you, and set email. We're gonna set two things only. Okay, user dot email. Okay, that's it I guess for rendering all the details. Okay, and we need to pass the loaders actually. What's the profile container? Let's put this message now. I think for this div only, user update profile. Yeah, orders we will do later. So let's copy this. So we'll check for loading as we do earlier. If loading is true, then we are gonna load. Loading, you know this earlier. Else if error, then we're gonna load message. And let's copy this from here only, and let's copy here. We have this now, right? Actually we don't have error from the backend side. Okay, so I think I should pass some error now. Error, user does not exit. Let's pass this. So we have this now undefined because we are passing the last name, but we get the email here. Okay, so what could I do? I should just pass the username here. Where is that? Okay, we're getting it. In the request we are passing the name is this. Okay, in response we are passing this. So I think we should get this name from the payload here, I guess. Let's go. Can we do that? It will be less much easier. Success. Okay, user have this. Actually user should have the action.payload. Where is the user action here? Let's get back here. We are not passing the payload in success. We are passing the data here. So data should contain all the user information, right? Let's pass for username now. Later we'll figure out because should be username, and user should have the information. User details here. User details. We are not putting it in, but we can put. We can render the API here. Why we're not happening this one? Let's check the product one. I'm getting little bit we're passing the user ID and user name also, but why it's not make the API call here? I'm getting little bit here. Yeah, we have the payload here, but we are getting undefined. I think undefined is because okay, we're not passing here itself. Oh, that's why it's undefined. Because yeah, correct, I was getting it. Name. So do we have, let's go to models. Okay, we have the first name and last name. We haven't created the last name and first name for any of the fields. So for curiosity, let's do that. Do we store post the user? How we are filling the data? Let's do one thing, like let's add the manually these fields. Let's do the first name. Let's keep it a Brian only, maybe Brian, and let's keep it a last name dog. Okay, he's a dog. So let's log in as Brian only. Let's go for test also. Okay, I should have created this field. This users basically. Once we log in, we should fill the information that with this also. Okay, we now updated a MongoDB field, and let's try to. But this should be not be case because every time we are not updating the in any of the endpoint we are not updating the user um, first name and last name. Okay, so better to go with the username only for simplicity. We can add that, we can add it in similar way, but to keep it the simplicity, I just wanna pass here username. Okay, username is not empty. What happened here? Yeah, username is there. What happened? Okay, it's going in infinite loop. Okay, let's put it to name only. I'm not sure that why this is happening. User have all the details right in the state. Okay, let's refresh this. So user have all the details, I guess. Right, user in user we have the, but name only. Why the name is there? Okay, let's check here in the endpoint maybe. Okay, that's why we are not passing the username, but it should pass now. Because in register we are doing it right, and if you check the register here, we are passing username. That's why. Okay, I got it now. So it should be user dot username. If we pass this, then it's correct. Okay, perfect. Now everything working. So we have now getting the user details. Once the user is logged in, suppose I log out, and we want to try to visit the user profile somehow. So it will take me to login page. Okay, everything working. Cool. Let's commit our changes, and next we'll update those information. Okay, from our side, we provide a functionality to that user. Okay. User profile render. Okay, we're done with. Next we'll work on a user update. Okay, so we have seen the we are able to see the user profile details in user profile page. Now let's design a functionality so that user can update their profile. So we have already designed endpoint, if you remember, in our section for you know the designing the APIs, we have designed something like that. It's a put request. So there is two endpoint again. It's for the authenticated user to update some of the things, and for our like main logged in user, we just provide a functionality to update their name, email, password, and confirm password. Okay, so we have already done that part. If you remember that we are finding the user by their ID, then if not found, then not found, then we are updating the email, password. So if the password don't match, we don't do anything, and if the password update, then we're gonna update the user. Okay, so we're not gonna update the user once the password is empty, because we are not providing the value itself. So we'll only update the password when the password is not empty. So see that we are updating the password here. So let me show you the postman request what we have designed. Update user profile. So here we are defining like that. So it's a put request. So basically we don't need to provide every details. We can single-handed update one by one. I think we provide the authorization also, means header, bearer token to the authenticated user only can do that, and in the body we are just updating it. Okay, so we're gonna do that way. So let's design that. So now you should be familiar with these things. So let's go to first our constant page, that is user constant, and let's create some new constant. I'm gonna copy all this and I'm gonna paste it here, and we're gonna change it to user update profile request, user update profile. Okay, so let's take everything. Update profile request success and fail, reset and fail. Okay, so we're done with the constant. Let's go to reducer part. Let's close this part, we're not gonna use it. So let's go to reducer part. So hope it is familiar now. It's will be convenient, like I mean to say, like it should be now, like a trip, like a system, the steps of system to you, like we are doing the same thing repetitively again and again. So you might get the idea like how entire thing is working. Okay, let's copy these things. And let's change this to user update profile. Update profile reducer. Okay, so initially we will take an empty state. There will be no user because we are updating the user. So it's kind of a thing like we are fetching the data, but initial data will be empty for, so there will be no user data on the state, so it will be an empty state. Fine, initially. Okay, and we don't require to destructure the state because we are not using the existing state on update profile. We are creating a new state to update it, and we need to change this constant, I guess, detail to update profile, and let's import this one by one. Request success fail and reset. So now what's we gonna do here in the second part, we will loading will be false, and we will get the user info now, not user. Again, hope you remember that where we have done that part. It's from the registered part, because we need the user info part here. If you remember the login or register, so same thing we're gonna do. Like as you assume that new user is created, now the user is being updated. So state should be the user info in both the cases, because the user information contain the user that is being registered or that is being updated. And it said there will be empty state. I imported it, right? Okay, we have imported it. So we're done with the reducer part. Let's get into the store part and registered it, this reducer. So I'm gonna do here user update profile. So we're gonna register like that, user profile reducer, update profile reducer. Okay, so let's see that it's registered on store or not. So we're gonna go here. I think we're gonna refresh the page, refresh it. So we don't have any state, but still I should have the, nothing is coming. Okay, let's log in some user maybe. Let's user Ben. So Ben we have loaded in. Why it's not coming? Maybe I need to open again. Okay, so no, not like that. So we have the payload here. I just want to see the state. There we go. You have the your profile state here, your update profile. So we are able to register it, and initially it's empty state. So see that it match with reducer also. So that's the user info we're gonna use here. Same user info, because we need to update them. That's why. Hope you're getting a how I identify the state and everything. Okay. Okay, so we're done with the store also. Let's close this now, or maybe let it be. Let's now design our action. I'm gonna take this and I think we will modify it. So let's go and take this thing, I think. So hope you remember, just the minor changes are done. Mostly the changes remain same. Update profile user, update user profile. So we're gonna need the object here, the user object, and we're done with that. So firstly we will dispatch our user profile request. I guess this is the request, or this is request. So we'll firstly destructure this. We still need the user info, user data, to get the actually the token to trigger that section on behalf of that user. Okay, hope you're getting it. But we need to change the endpoint. Now it will be put request, and our endpoint will be where endpoint is update profile. So update profile, we still need a token, and yeah, this will be fine, I guess. So now we need to pass some more thing here. Header we are passing already. I'm actually go comma here and do something. So it will basically the, if you see the register part, we are passing this email and password. So same thing we're gonna do here. Where is the register? We need to pass this object also along with the token. Or we can do directly the user also, because user object have everything, so we don't need to destructure them and pass the direct user object. So we can do this way also, I guess, because that's why we're using this user object. Okay, this is now better. Success will be same. It will be detail, not detail. Do not try to forget this. Well, I will forget it actually. Update success, update fail, So we're done with that, but one more thing we need to do. Once the suppose we triggered the action of like updating the user. Now state and the database will have that user, but we need to again log in that user, because that user might not be login, because now user have the state have the latest data. Okay, hope you're getting it. It's kind of a new user or the updated user, but we still need to log in that updated user. So we need to trigger the here the login success also. So we are returning the save user. If you remember the response. So we already have the response actually. So what you can do, I can copy this. You can use the same data, doesn't matter actually. Login user login success. That's it. Now we are good to go. So we updated a new user. Let's go to these terminals actually and see if error. Okay, no error. So we updated this user, and now we log in the new user. Okay, go and one more thing. After login, we need to update the local storage also. So we need that also from login actually. And user info is the our key value here. If you already know, not remove set. So we're gonna do this one also, because we need to update the local storage, remember, because we are not dealing with session and anything for now, for simplicity. Let's now work on the profile page. Let's go back into the what do we have here, the password part. Where is that password part actually? So we need to design on submit function first. Okay, so update we have, so you can do here on submit handle submit. Or we have the in the registered part. Let's copy that handle submit, and we're gonna design it now. Once the password matched, we're gonna update the profile if password is there. So update user profile, we're gonna call this, and we're gonna pass. So if you see here, we have everything. So we are passing in the response. We need to pass the exact same thing here. So this way actually. So we're dispatching this action. We need to pass the user info here. Okay. So I'm gonna copy these things. And we pass the object and pass this exactly the same. And we need to pass the password also, because we are updating the password now. Password from the state and the confirm password also. So it will update the database Excel. So here everything will be updated. Okay, I don't think we need to pass the confirm password, because it's already updated, I guess, because it's just a confirming thing. So I don't think we need it, and I don't think we need this one. Okay, wait. So we're done with this part. So if password is not equal to confirm password don't match. If this match, then we and if someone click on a dispatch action, we're gonna dispatch it, and it can be null also. Okay, so we have done this. Now we need the success part to say that user is successfully updated. So we need the part here, that is it will be user update profile. So we're gonna take the user update profile from here, state, and we're gonna destructure the success part here. So destructure the success from, okay, and we need this success in the, if the no, success is true, so we need the success here dependency. We'll refresh the page once the user profile is updated. So that's why I need the success here, success, and you can pass a dependency here. On success dependency, we're gonna refresh the page and trigger the reset action. Okay, and once the successful before the loading page, we're gonna clear up the state, or we're gonna dispatch type will be user update profile reset. It's a reset. Okay, so I think all set up, and we can now update the user. Okay, let's see, let's test it now. Let's go back here, let's refresh, let's go to profile section, let's update his name to okay, it's not working. Okay, we don't have the on change action, so we need to put that, remember that here we are not setting up the state itself, so that's why it's happening. So many username, right? Yeah, so on change, set name e dot target dot value. So we're gonna do the same thing for everything. For email, set email. For password, if there is a password, set password. That's it. Now it should work. Let's refresh. Okay, so let's set it to let's set it to Benjamin. Let's see it's working or not. If you click on update, okay, what's happened? It's updated or not? It's not triggered. So suppose we have team, but something is wrong. Actually, we are not able to update the team. Okay, if you see this, and if you update it, it's not updating the team actually. So team is here actually. So it's not working. It's not showing an error, but if you see the console here, so there is actually a issue. If what I have done actually, so I make a silly mistake here. Something have wrong. So let's see where it's breaking. User, we have user profile. So as we are doing in a register, it's the handle submit is in actually form in the form submission. But here also I'm not using that. I by mistakenly put it in here actually. So let's move it from here and bring it here. That's it. Handle submit is there. So now let's try again. Refresh the page. Let's try to update here now. This time. Let's see. So put method is not is refusing the connection. Why? Because of this error. The first name last name is split, because first name and last name is null. If you check, let me open the Redux page. So if you check here, it is failing because it is showing not workable, but the issue is like, you know, we are defining the payload here. See that user profile request. So if you see the user detail here, we don't have any, you know, the name is undefined empty. That is the first name and last name to first name and last name undefined. So it's try to provide a split here. So we need to modify the backend that way. So that this error won't come. So let's try that. What we can do. So let's go into the backend. Now the issue is in backend. So let's fix that. So we can check the name here, like, you know, you can see the name is undefined and undefined. So we can check there. We can put a condition here. If suppose that if name is there and type of name equal is string, then only let's put inside this. Then only check this condition. Okay. And for now, and we need to provide this now inside that function because it's now localized variable. So we can move it above. Okay. So now if it is string and if it is present only, then only we define this. Otherwise we will store whatever the it's have the initial value. Okay. So I can put here. Now this will fix the 6th situation here, and it should be inside try catch block. Basically I have forgotten that it should be inside that. Of course I don't know why I put it above it. Now it should be inside the try catch block because we are now using this. So let's restart the server. Okay, let's try again. Okay, I click. Let's see something wrong from our backend side. Nothing is coming. Let's check the server. Okay, now let's see. So error while updating user MongoDB server duplicate key error collection. So email is getting null here, but we are passing the email. I'm not sure. So the fail is this time. Its fail is not also happened again, as well as success is not happened. So again the user little. Let's check it's now because but email is there, but why it's saying null? Let's curve that also. Let's put a condition there also. So we are getting null basically because, you know, email is null because if I have done another mistake here also. So where it is? So if you see that we are putting user.username and user.email in the update profile, but so if you console log this user.email, and we are setting here set name and set email we are using, but we are never using that state value actually. So that's why it's becoming null here. So if you try, let me, as the user is there now, right? Where we are getting the user. So basically you are using the user from the user details. So let's console log this. Come on, man. User object. Let's see the user object. So let's refresh this page. Let's try to again. So see that it's still the email is defined, but name and are undefined. Okay, now it's updated. Let's see, it's updated or not. It's not updated. Yeah, we are still getting the email as null. Let's console log the requested body. Why you are getting null here? Let's console log the requested body here. We have here only na. Let's try to do that. Maybe outside only. I don't know. Try catch running in net. So body. Something is wrong here. Request dot body. So let's save it. So it server is restarted, not restarted. Let's restart manually. So let's see now. So their user is coming. Let's see request body in the server side. So see, that's it. Email is also there. Why it's saying null? It's pretty weird. Email field have the email, right? Correct. So why it's coming giving me error? Let's console log this email also. It's not possible. Email. So requested body is there. Let's try to console log this now. Remove this. We have to debug this way only because JavaScript don't provide any. So let's refresh this page and try to do it again. Okay, there is coming, but there some issue. Okay, here the email is getting undefined somehow. It's pretty strange because I am destructuring the same thing. How it is possible? Requested body. If I do this way, it's the something is wrong with here also. It's just undefined. How it is possible? So it should be like we should use the and username, that is name from our use state only that we have defined here. Okay, it's better to use this way. So I should do this email. Now let's see, and for now let's comment out this value entirely, and because we don't have this field for now. Okay, let's do these changes and let's see now. Let's refresh this. try to update again. Still getting this error. I'm not sure. Maybe initially the value is not rendered. Maybe the request is not calling that way. So I should put it check here also. Sorry, in here also. Email is undefined still. It wasn't the issue actually. But we should take from the state because the payload will be then wrong. And I just want to, print out a payload also. Payload. So it will be requested body again. I need to see the payload also because I don't want to see what is updated. So means if something wrong with the payload itself, so I should get the right payload now. Let's refresh this. Let's try to update again. See the payload we are getting correctly. See team is here. So something is wrong with the way that you are not able to identify this is email here, and here email became undefined. So pretty strange basically. So what can you do here? We can put a condition to check the email also. So now let's do the same for email. If email and email dot trim not equal to empty value, then only we do this. Now it should work. Restart the server now and let's try again. Okay, what happened? I'm not able to get the profile. We're getting 500. Why? So let's see the profile again and try to update it. Something wrong with this also. I'm not sure what is, but sometimes the request is not happening. So let's try to update it again. Still the username is team, and here okay, now I'm getting the payload. So now that email issue is resolved and the password is empty. So but still it's not able to update, I guess. Let's see. Let's hope it's updated. Update file is success. Okay, but still I'm getting the team here. How it is possible? It's not updating. Success. What is wrong with it? It's success, but we are not able to. Oh my God! What is happening here? Still not updating. But the payload is not getting successful. If you see here, where is that? We have the success, right? Correctly. Before, okay, it's gone. The state is defined, but still we are getting the success, but it's not able to update it. So what is wrong here? Let's see the put request. Dispatch. Let's try to console log user here. Everything is correct. Basically the user is not getting into the backend somehow. Spin the user object in action. Let's do this way. Let's see this user, because we are using the put requests here and providing the user data only. and from here we are providing the user data at the user object here. So let's see now. Let's try to update. It's not updating. Try to see the console. Okay, console will come here only, sorry. Okay, user in action is also there. Did I remove that user, that console log statement? Okay, I remove it. So user in action, see that. So I make a boo boo here. Actually, the thing happened here is like, you guys I might have figured out. So the issue was like, how is passing the object here, user. So inside this payload, if you see the payload here, so we are providing this user directly. The thing is like, we are passing the in request body. Actually this is request body from the front end. We are passing the user object. Inside that we have the field, but in the here I am destructuring directly from the request body. So here you see the payload also, like user is there. Inside a user object we have this. So we make a silly mistake here, that's why you are not able to update this. Okay, hope you are getting it. So we have now changed the structure, the way the payload is sent from the front end. That's why we are getting this issue. Hope you are getting it, what I am trying to say here. We are providing not the payload like this, we are providing user equal to this payload like this. So this kind of thing. So that's why we're getting the issue. Okay, hope you figure it out. So it's a silly mistake here that I have done, and that gone unnoticed because of whatever reason. But let's we have now figured out the issue. So either we can do here itself, like where is the user in action, we are printing here. So either we can destructure them from here and put it in one by one, or you can directly pass the user. So to make it, you can do both changes also. You can, or either you can do destructure here itself or pass the data itself. So in most cases someone also might want to test via JSON body itself. So better to go with that way. So we can do here, what we can do here, can pass something like this, user.username, whatever field we have. So that is the best way. Don't change the backend because payload will be that way only. So it's better to change in the front end itself, because we can provide this API to multiple front end. So we should not modify our backend like that way. Okay, that's a better approach. But I am getting one error also. Okay, email. Okay, earlier email was not there, that's why it's not printing. Okay, now we are getting the email from here itself. So we are getting the payload and we are now updating that, but still we are getting here because of the password part. Basically we are not updating it. I'm gonna copy this one also exactly. So instead of name we will use username. So let me copy anything. Okay, now it should update. I will update for final time. Let's make it team. Okay, still not updating. So I was debugging it. So basically first remove this part. So if you see this also here, also user, we have Timmy now, Timmy, but it's not updated because we are passing the data of user. So if you check the here also, I check, and React dev tool, you will see that user info is like Timmy, but the user data is still team. It's not updating the user data. So getting mistake in that only. User data is coming from user details. So if you check the user details, what we have done here, we are taking the state and this. So we are not storing the user state anywhere, but we have mistakenly destructure user and use the user to pass the set the name. So we should do user info only. If not user info that login, correct, then do here user info. I think user info should be here also, and user info have the name, right? User info have username, not name. Okay, username only. Let's let them be. Let's see that it's work or not, because and it's not gonna to log. Okay, see that's now Timmy is there. Perfect. So we have Timmy now. If you modify it to team, it will update everywhere team now. Okay. So we can go now admin section now or cart or anywhere. Now it's fill team here. See that. So that is the correct way. Okay. Let's now try to update the password here. So let's do team123 now. Okay, earlier it was team @123. So let's do this. So password is updated now. Success is there. Fail why? Okay, let's try this. 1 2 3. The password don't match, correct. If it do match, then we should set the message to empty also, I guess. We should after dispatching this maybe set message to empty string. Okay, now we have the password also, so it should update now password. Okay, let's try to log out. Let's try to log in again. Let's try the old password first. @123 if I remember. Oh, how it is possible? If password is there, and if password is not equal to confirm password, and confirm password is coming from here only, so better to pass the payload. So now we can do this way. Because you have the user dot, it should work now. All because of the different logics in front end, because I don't want to change in the logic in backend. So I should do like this now. So I don't want to change the logic in backend actually. That's why. Because front end logic can change anytime. So it should be independent. That's why I'm making this way. Whatever change you want, we can push this one. Okay. So confirm password is also now coming from the state here or self. Wait, sorry. From a user that is passed by this. Okay, it should work now. Let's go here. Okay, let's log in. Gmail.com. For now it will be team @123. Later we will change it to team 123 team 123. So we updated it. So let's see we get the password or not. I want to see the password. Okay, both are same now. So now it should be updated. So let's log out. Let's log back in. Team @ Gmail. Let's try the old password first. Team @123. I should get, yeah. Okay, now it's able to change the password also. Now do this. Team @gmail.com. Team 123. Okay, now we are updated everything. Okay, so everything is updated, and I think after the update I should re-render the page also. We can do that way. We can do success method here also. If success is true, okay, it should work now. We'll figure out this later why it is happening. Okay, but for now we have work when the user profile change. Now we will work on the, if you see here, you can add checkout. So if you pass your address, so we'll now design the shipping page. After shipping page, checkout page and everything, we will design that now. Okay, so let's work on that. Before that, let's commit our changes. It was a long session actually, but I wanted to debug. Bug fixing for user update logic. Okay, we done that. Next we'll work on the checkout pages. Okay, so let's now design this shipping page so that information should be preloaded, and we can get it from the local storage. So that let's design this input and take the input. Okay, so as usual, before that I noticed one thing. See that this part, I should remove this, maybe in design page only. So let's remove that. So I'm gonna close some of the things now. We don't need register, login, even user profile, user access. We need store. So let's open the page. Let's open the page called shipping page, and firstly remove this part. We don't need this. Okay, now cool. Now let's design our constant first, then action reducer as we go. So let's open cart constant. It will be part of cart only. So I will copy this and let's make it cart save shipping address. So we have our constant. So let's design our action now. So we'll get into the cart action. So what you're gonna do here, let's take this small one and let's rebuild this. So it will be save shipping address, maybe something like that. Let's put the data here, data object. It will contain the our address detail, and let's dispatch cart save shipping address, and payload will be the data that we get from the from local storage, and we will set this local storage with the data we got. So we don't need get state now. Are we doing get state? I can remove this part also. and we can remove this, and we can part data here, and it will be like shipping address maybe. So what we're doing here, basically we are dispatching this action and taking the payload that is saving in the backend. So this will called once the we hit on the um, continue button, so it will become as we will submitting the form. So form submit will dispatch this action. Okay, so this will save the shipping address in local storage, and we can use them because user need to purchase using this address. Okay, I can use a session based also. So as I told you earlier, I wanted to keep this as simple as possible, so I'm not using it in different lecture. I might use. So let's now go into reducer part and design our reducer for it. So we'll design here cart reducer. So we're not going to design anything, we already have this cart reducer. We will just put this thing here only. So we are not doing anything, triggering anything, we are just loading and saving the shipping address in local storage. That's the thing we need to do. Okay, remember that it will be object empty object first. So we'll just add one more case. It will be cart save shipping address. We will take the initial state because it can have some data, and user can modify this data. And shipping address, we don't need this, you need shipping address. Shipping address will take the action dot payload, whatever we got from the the cart action. If you remember that we are having the data there actually. So that's it, I guess. So we need to register this in the store.js now. So I'm not going to do here call because we are calling the cart reducer here. So simply I just wanna to the shipping address here. Okay, get the from local storage and load it in the initial state. That's it. So it will be shipping address. So local address dot get shipping address, and we will not have null value. Initially it will be empty list. That's it. And we need to add in the cart itself the shipping address. So here you can add the shipping address. Okay, that's the thing we need to do. So let's see it's registered in our state or not. First let's refresh this page and let's go to our Redux state and see it in cart. There we go, we have the shipping address, and initially it's empty because there is no list. Let's now create the field and add those values. Okay, so I already logged in, so let's go to the shipping page now. We have done with these things. So we need to add the form action here on submit. Handle submit only, that's it. We don't gonna make it fancy here. So we have done this earlier, so I'm going a little fast here. We need the event also. For now let's do this. Let's now use this to create our method here. So what we can do here, I will describe the state, and in that state we will initially load all the address detail from the local storage. We will load it initially once it's loaded. So it can be empty also. So if it's empty, then we put it in like a empty string. So let's bring those now. Cost cart, will get the cart from use selector. Okay, it's not coming. I need to manually enter import use LSC selector from React Redux. So use selector will get the state. From that state we will get the cart. From that card will destructure the shipping address. So we can do here. We don't need everything. Shipping address equal to cart. So we have this. Now we'll call the dispatch method. So dispatch this action basically. Const dispatch. You might be now familiar with this. It's very pretty trivial thing actually. Use dispatch, and we need to navigate also. Right now, how we are handling this submit button. So we will do use navigate on clicking on continue itself. So we are not going to link it now. We'll remove this. Simple button we need, and remove the import also. So this passive we have. Now let's define that navigate hook we will use later to navigate to payment page basically. Const navigate equal to use navigate. It's coming from React Router DOM. Let's import that one also. So we will do React Router DOM use navigate. I don't know why it's not rendering today. So we have it done. Let's now design the form to get those values. So your values will be, so remember that why I will do it in different way basically, because we need, it can be empty string initially, and we will fill these things initially in the state, and state can be empty once the page is being loaded. So we can get an error. To prevent this error, we will just replace, put a check condition here. This address only, I guess. If address is present, then the address, or else empty string. So we'll design the hooks this way only. That's why I defined this way. So let's design this. Let's use the snippet. Use state. Hope you're getting into how are you using the snippet also. And I'm gonna import it. It's pretty simple, quicker way to create this. And I need let's see how many fields we have. 1 2 3 4 fields we have. 4 we need. You can custom in your basis, okay, doesn't matter. So 1 2 3 4. The first one will be address. Second one will be city, postal code, country, city. So initially we will load with the shipping address dot address here dot city here dot postal code. So hope you're getting into how we are doing it. We are just loading the value initially in the state, which will get from the local storage basically. That's why I use this condition here. So I'm going to use everywhere now. Address city that will coming from the state. If the state is not empty, then only then use the value, or else the empty string. Okay, hope you're getting it. It will be postal code, and last one is country. Okay, so we're done with this implementation. Let's now dispatch this action on submitting this form. Okay, hope everything is dispatched, and we saved the our shipping address in local storage, and on refresh it won't go. Okay, load that values. So let's go here, handle submit here function. Let's now dispatch the action we created, that is save shipping address. Hope you remember this. And inside this we will just pass the object address, whatever we getting from the state, address city, then the postal code, then the country, then we navigate to payment page. Okay, little bit change, but you get the idea. Now it should work. Everything is up to date. Let me check. Okay, awesome. Let's test this now. Let's refresh it, and let's put the address now. Let's put park anything. Okay, I haven't done on change. Set address to address e dot target dot value. Let's use this. It will be set city. Let's use here. It will be set postal code. Okay, we should add the e also. I forgot that. I'm not capturing the event itself. Sorry about that. I mistakenly forgot this. Okay. Park Avenue, Central Park. City is NYC, and postal code is like 23456, and country is USA. And perfect, we're getting it, and we should be loaded in state with the shipping address. Okay, we have the shipping address as well as in our local storage, which should have that. So let's go to local storage. So we have that. There we go, we have the shipping address. Okay, perfect. So if you go back, or if you refresh it, let's log out and let's log in again. Team team 1 2 3. So we log in it, and let's go to cart, check out. So it will already filled. It is getting from the local storage. Perfect. So we have worked with that done. Okay, so we have done with the shipping part. Next we will design the payment section now. Okay, on continue we should get into this page. So we'll design it dynamically now. Okay, we'll get our address and everything. We'll dynamically do that. Okay, then we design a placeholder page. Okay, that's the 2 pages remaining on this side. Okay, where we will deliver everything. We will present here PayPal and everything will be added. Okay, so hope you're getting it now. Perfect. Firstly we design this page now. Let's copy our changes. Sorry, save our changes. Why is it copyable? Status, git add, git commit, shipping address, loading. So let's see the logs. So I've done so many now, commented. Perfect, we have so many comments now. So if there's many commits now, okay, and we'll somehow in some guys in a YouTube channel asking me for about the code also. So in this video, I will be uploading my code. Okay, you will see everything in Git repo. You can download and copy and use it. Okay, thank you.